Hello, I'm Scott Bogey here with Tyler Grimsley ahead of his fight against Anton Blasingame on the 23rd of August. How are you doing today?
How about yourself?
I'm doing not too bad. And how are you feeling ahead of this fight?
Feeling good. Yeah, feeling real good. Ready to go. 12 days away.
And this is your first fight back in Michigan. Your last two fights have been over in Canada, fighting Canadians. How has that experience helped you grow?
No, those were real good fights. Fought two good guys. Actually, this will be I had four fights away from Michigan, so I had two over in Canada, then I fought down in Alabama and in Texas. So yeah, I haven't fought in Michigan in over a year and a half. So yeah, it's ready to go. Be back home. Be able to sleep in my own bed before the fight. Have a crowd there. So yeah, we're definitely good to be back. But it was good also to travel and fight different guys. See different looks, see different people, and just get the name out there more.
And do you feel like those fights helped you with your experience, not having the crowd on your back, having those boos, having those shouts against you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it helps you even in the long run because I mean, if you want to, start, making it up in this sport, you're not gonna be fighting at home. So it helps you get used to having to travel while you're cutting weight. Gets you used to having to, go to all these other places and, be uncomfortable and still have to go out there and do what you got to do. So yeah, it definitely helps, and it will help in the long run too as well. So, but it's always good to fight here at home too, though. So just got to look at it both ways, I guess.
Exactly. And how does it feel knowing that other organizations from other parts of the country and in other countries like Canada, they know you, they want you to fight for them?
Oh, it's good. I mean, yeah, once you start, getting a little name for yourself, it's easier to get fights outside of the state. And yeah, it kind of just all lined up perfect. So yeah, it was good.
And you obviously are A&O with some of those fights being finishes. Where do you feel like if you are able to come out of this fight with a victory, what do you think the next step of your career is?
I mean, with where I'm at right now, I'm hoping, after every fight. I mean, last one, I was hoping to, get a call from, the Contender Series or even a short notice, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. And if I get a win here, be my 9-0. If I can get a finish, that will look even better. It's also a title fight, so it all just
Yeah.
looks good on the resume. So definitely, I'm definitely hoping to get into the UFC that sometime this year. So I hope gotta get through this fight though first. You can't overlook anyone. So yeah, I mean, big things coming.
And has there been any discussions around possibly a contender series or even a short notice fight?
Yeah, yeah, my manager's been talking to me a little bit, saying that he's been pushing my name for a short notice. Just he's been telling me that for a little bit now. So he's definitely, getting the name out there, they're getting familiar with the name on these short notice calls, but I just haven't got it yet. And, my last fight was in March and, I'm healthy, ready to go. There's no
Yeah.
point of sitting around waiting, hoping for a call when you got to go out there and make things happen. And that's what I plan on doing is, showing the UFC I'm ready to fight. I want to fight, and I'm ready to go whenever they call.
And were you just sitting around after your last fight hoping that call would come, or did you just get back and try to find another fight as quickly as you could?
Yeah, no, we stayed. We had some things we wanted to work on, like technique wise and training wise. So we were working on, just my game evolving everything, and we were hoping for a short notice call from the UFC this summer. So we were kind of just, we were staying ready. We had a couple, close calls where we seen people pulling out and hoping we were going to get the call, but it just never happened, unfortunately. And yeah, but we stayed in the gym. Like literally from my last fight till now, I've been in the gym, 6 days a week. So yeah, we've been just, evolving, getting better, and yeah, there's gonna be a new version of Tyler when I come out August 23rd.
And I was going to say, do you feel like you staying in that gym 6 days a week since your last fight has improved you even more than what you normally would?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I've only been training, fighting for 5 years, so like that's still a very short amount of time for how long for like where I'm at in my career wise. So like I'm still learning and evolving every single day I go in the gym. I still go to the gym and I see new things come up with like new situations every single day. So it's 5 6 months goes on. Yeah, I learn a lot in that amount of time just because it's still so new compared to a guy who's been training his whole life, and they kind of, I guess you could say, know almost everything, but I'm still at that very beginning phase where I'm still learning every day. So yeah, definitely when I take 6 months off from a fight, it's going to be a big growth.
And do you feel like your first seven fights in your professional career, they all got finished, they all got stoppages? Do you feel like that last fight has helped you with your game as it showed you can go the distance? You're not going to gas out, you're not going to tire, you're able to go the full 3 rounds.
Yeah, definitely. It was good to go the full three, just kind of just to feel it. I mean, I knew I could go 3 rounds because I do so much cardio. Like cardio is like one of my like it's kind of like my secret weapon where like I know I'm always in shape because I know the work I put in. So like deep down, I knew I could go through it. It's just a matter of showing people that I'm not going to gas out after the first round or the second round. So yeah, it was good to go that, and it was good to go with an opponent like my last guy. He was very good. Fought some very good guys, beat some very good guys. So yeah, that fight was more of like a confidence booster too, going into that one or coming out of that one.
And what have you learned since that fight? Like, what have you improved on the most?
Oh man, I've learned so much. Ooh man, I literally every part of my game I've learned so much from the striking, uh, even like new takedowns where like because I grew up wrestling, so it's like I've been wrestling for 20 something years and I'm still learning like new like takedowns, new entries to takedowns. Obviously the ground game, jiu-jitsu wise, yeah, just everything. I've learned so much more.
And how much do you value tape? Like, do you watch tape on your opponents or do you just watch tape on yourself?
Yeah, I watch my opponent. I mean, I don't like I kind of like see like little patterns. It's kind of hard to go off
Yeah.
because a lot of this guy's fights that he's got online, they're all old. Like, some fights are from 10 years ago. I mean, you can't look at a fight from 10 years ago and be like, okay, this is how he fights type of thing. So yeah, I look at his last like one or two fights and I'll just kind of see like how he moves, how he defends, stuff like that. Like kind of look at like what his natural instincts would be more than anything.
And do you just look at tape from, just including you, do you just look at tape from your fights or do you look at tape from training sessions?
I don't really look at the training sessions too much. I have in the past, obviously, but no, I kind of just like, kind of just like feel it out. Yeah, I do look at my fights, but I don't really look at mine too much. I kind of just like I watch a lot of fights. I kind of just like look at like what the top guys are doing type of thing, and I just try to emulate their styles type of stuff like that. So yeah, not really looking at my stuff too much.
And what would like a normal week look like to you? Like, do you have certain days for certain stuff or does it just change up the week by week?
No, it's usually pretty same. I got a pretty strict schedule. I mean, I work from 7 to 3:30, and then I go and train for about an hour to an hour 15, and then I'll go and then I'll shower, go home, get a quick bite to eat, and then I got practice from 7 to 9:30, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday we have a long session. It's 12 to 4, and then after that I'll go hit a lift and end the week off on that, and then Sundays take off.
So that how you, I'm gonna say like supplement your fight game is working with lift as well.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I lift like once or twice a week. Yeah.
And how is the contract situation with this? Is it just like one fight contract right now, or do you have
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
free
oh
fight
yeah,
contract
yeah.
but it's open? Or
No, I wouldn't even sign a multiple fight contract with like a regional level promotion. Really, that's kind of pointless. Yeah, so no, all one fight contracts right now. Yeah.
and is there anyone currently in the UFC that you are wanting to make your debut against?
Oh man. There's a lot of those 55ers out there. So I mean, any of them. I mean, you can't really say no one if the UFC calls. So yeah, whoever they offer, I'll say yeah to.
And are you looking to get in the ring before the end of the year after this fight, as long as all goes well, or are you thinking about having a wee bit of a rest after this fight?
I mean, it's hard to tell because it's a 25-minute fight, so a
Yeah.
lot can happen in those 25 minutes. So I mean, if I stay injury free, obviously, yeah, I'd like to get back in. But like I said, 25 minutes is a long time to fight another guy, so I gotta see how I'm feeling after the fight. But I mean, it's only August, so yeah, I mean, another 6 months after this, I could definitely get another one in if I'm feeling good.
Well, that sounds great. And what do you feel like? Obviously, you have improved a lot since your amateur days, but what do you feel like
Yeah, oh yeah.
the main improvement has been? Is it in your striking? Is it in your ground game?
Yeah, definitely probably yeah, my striking's come a long way. And even just like my jujitsu game has gotten a lot better, especially like off my back and stuff. Like a lot of wrestlers that they don't like being on their back. And I guess it's almost kind of a bad thing because it's like I'm almost comfortable on my back because of how good my jiu-jitsu is, which is like kind of weird for a wrestler. So it's kind of, pretty cool, I guess, to do. But I'd say the biggest thing is more just like the confidence, like when you're first starting off, you're kind of still testing the waters, not knowing if you're, as good as you think you are, or you can compete with other guys. So going around, fighting all over, like even as an amateur, I was fighting out of state. I had 2 or 3 fights out of state. And then as a pro, I fought 6 fighters outside of Michigan in my 8 fights so far. So it's like I'm fighting all over the country, even leaving the country, fighting all these guys, and I'm still doing well. So it's more just confidence at this point now.
And what was it that brought you into the ring?
I grew up wrestling and I just like competing. And then I started watching UFC when I was in like early middle school type of thing. And I was just like seeing how all the wrestlers were doing. And I was like, yeah, it looks like something I'd like to do. And then I just, once I got to high school, I was like, okay, once wrestling's done, I'm going to start fighting. And then I went to college, started wrestling there. And then after college, I just was like, okay, it's time to do this thing. And then we started, and here we are.
And do you feel like having that wrestling background does help you going forward?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Big time. Big time. It's definitely the best base for MMA. Definitely. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I wish you the best of luck in your title fight. Hopefully, you're able to leave with that raised and that belt around your waist. And hopefully, we'll be able to speak before your next fight, hopefully in the UFC. I'll give you the final word. Is there anyone you're wanting to shout out?
No, just, anybody out there that's watching, if you're in the area, come out to the fight. Motor City Casino, August 23rd. Come out and watch.
That sounds great. Thank you very much, and I wish you the best of luck.